A351, hey game file. Can you hear me? Not real good. Oh, I know why. Oh. Okay, now can you hear me better? Outdoors with Big Matt. And your icon looks just like game files. I can't, or I didn't even notice quite that you were a new guy in here. I'm gonna get this one going. Switch to that. And do that. There, I can watch me twice. Hey, small water. I'm using StreamYard. There, I think I got everything all done now. You go fishing today, John? You want to? What'd you get, Tristan? Not all weekend. Oh, sinuses. Is that from that spray stuff out on the lakes? Let me see if I can share this link. Copy, paste. I think that's the right one. The rain and the full swamps. We haven't had rain, so maybe that's why I'm not stopped up. It's dry as a bone here. I can't tell on here how many people are in here. I don't think. Is there a way to tell? Comments. Oh, 3. There's only 3 people in here. Got you. And maybe some more will come in later. Three thumbs ups. Well, that's good. Well, that's kind of cool, John. As long as they don't mess with all your stuff around there. Bear with two cubs. How close was that to your house? 6 thumbs up. Man, must be more people in here or something. There should be another one because I just gave myself one. A few miles away. John, do y'all have panthers down there? I know they do over on the west side, don't they? Hey, LNS. I missed when you came in. Sorry about that. I see you now. You have Panther crossing signs on the road. Evening, Raymond. Thanks for coming in. You ever see a panther? And there's old Lynn. You got mountain lions there? How do you post some? Tristan, you go to their channel. It's hard to do on a phone, but you're gonna have to leave this chat. Go to their page, um, and then copy their link to their channel, and come back and paste it in the chat. So I have to make all new mods in this one, Wildman 307, Squirrels Magnet Fishing. Squirrel is my nickname. um, Saw a panther out in the middle or out by Donkey Lane. You guys, I'll drop a link here if somebody wants to come up. Chat, promote your channel, whatever you want to do. Game File Outdoors link. Yeah, share links. I don't care. The sun's going to be shining in my eyes again. Where's Shannon? Did I miss somebody again? Or who is Shannon? I should say. I'm in Oregon, and the sun has not gone down yet. Not for a while. Oh, LNS is Shannon. I got you. Yeah, I figured it'd be dark back there, John. It's 9:30 or something back there. Lynn, come on up and entertain these good peoples, since you got nothing better to do. Yeah, I bet too it's pitch black in South Carolina. It gets dark here about 8 o'clock now. Lee Wilder, what is up? I know one thing. We got up early enough and went to the coast Saturday, beat everybody out there, and then you're in your whitey tighties. Shoot, you can put just a t-shirt on and then it's not panned down very low. Oh shoot. Oh, we got out in the ocean and went 7 miles south, and it was still dark. You'll have to look at the video when it comes out. I'm not sure when it's coming out. It's all edited and uploaded and everything, but got too much other content. But I might put it out. Well, probably be 2 weeks before that comes out. But yeah, it was still dark out there. We caught the first fish at 6:22 a.m. from what my phone said my recording was. LNS, you want to come up, Shannon? Wild Man, Raymond, you could show your pretty face. Caught one shrimp per person for a total of 3. Now that's some good shrimping right there. Hey, Tristan, you got it figured out. The only thing is you didn't put whose channel it was so we could see without going out of the chat. Oh, got you there, Shannon. That's fine. Got 7 wonderful people up in here. Brian, you're in bed? Well, it's about bedtime back there where you are. The biggest fish we usually catch, depends what we're fishing for. Saturday we were going for salmon. The cohos, they're a little, or the silvers. They're not as big as the Chinook or the King, whatever you want to call them. But I think the biggest one we got was around 10 pounds. And then we get, yeah, you're right, John. It is little ones. If we get a 3-pound bass out here, it's big. But we usually catch dinks somewhere around 12 to 14 inches probably for bass. And then out in the ocean, we catch anywhere from 16 to 24-inch sea bass, and the lingcod that we catch have to be at least 22 inches long. The cabezon we catch have to be at least 16 inches long before we can keep them. Some of them, the biggest lingcod we ever got in a boat was 28 inches, and the biggest cabezon I've ever caught was 28 inches also. I caught that one on a solo. I mean, I was out there by myself when I caught that one. So I put 8 meals of salmon in the freezer Saturday, 2 fish, be 8 meals for me and my wife. I don't smoke it. My boss has a smoker that we gave him for Christmas, and sometimes I get him to smoke one of my two salmons that I catch, or half of one, or whatever. But yeah, I like smoked fish. But Outdoors with Chris Garcia. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Which end were you sucking on there, John? That might be your problem. Uh, yeah, salmon is good smoked. Really good. Yeah, you're sucking on the wrong end, Josh. I mean, John. You got to suck on the mouth. If you get a what are they called? Up north here, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. There's a in the Cowlitz River. They go for smelt. You can actually light them on fire. They're a real oily fish. Is this thing working okay? I don't know. I've only seen a video of somebody lighting it on fire, so I don't know how it smelled. You ever eat smelt, John? What type do I like to eat the most? Usually dead, but uh, I don't know if I really have a favorite. Lingcod is really, really good, but sea bass is just about as good, if not as good. It's a little different texture, um, but I eat a lot of that. I mean, it's nothing special anymore because I go after it all the time. But salmon, I'm getting to like it a little better. Um, no, I don't like the live ones there, Tristan. They wiggle around too much in your belly. Hey, John, you'll have to watch the salmon fishing video when it comes out. Guy I work with was playing like a charter mate, and he was saying that we're the charter boat now. So I might be the next big water charters instead of small water charters. Lee Wilder, I have no idea if Oregon football is back. I never watch football. It Some of the fish have worms in it. Um, all you got to do is just cut them out and uh, or take a fork or something and dig them out. But either that or just leave them in there and cook them, and that comes out. Or if it doesn't come out, it kills them at least, so they don't do anything to you. The lady that I get to flay my fish, she digs them all out. All three names together. That's the way to do it. No, I get called Squirrel because my name is Earl. So yeah, you do catch fish with worms. We do too. But yeah, they got worms in their meat too. Little squirrely uh, round worms. No, I don't have I don't have my own fish flayer, wild man, but there's a lady out there at the coast that does that's what she does for a living. She's just up there at the dock and she does the charter boats one day and then private boats the next day. There's usually two of them up there and they switch off who gets the charter boats. Yeah, I'm built like a squirrel. I got a bushy tail. I don't even know what a Pollock is besides somebody from Poland. Where are you from, Squirrels Magnet Fishing? James Gate Gate. Second time you've come in my live. Appreciate it. Oh, Palak. I don't know what a haddock is either. Axis meat? No, I don't know what axis is. I don't know all these fish, man. That James Gape, he is a channel promoter. He does lives, shouts your channel out uh, a lot. I mean, that's what a lot of his lives are. Oh, a deer-like animal. Uh, now I kind of know what you're talking about. That's a really small one, though, right? Kind of like a marsh buck or something like that, but a lot smaller. Or is it something else? After drinking, you get a headache. It's bigger than a deer. Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm talking about then. The only wildlife I've eaten is deer, elk. It's been a long time since I've had an elk. Um, I've had moose a long, long time ago. Um, let's see what else. Squirrel, rabbit, nutria. I have eaten nutria. Um, dove. I don't know. I haven't had a lot of wildlife, I guess. Where are you from there, Chris Garcia? Did what taste like chicken? A rattlesnake is an angry worm. You're right about that. You're from Texas? Cool. The nutrient, no, it did not taste like chicken. I honestly thought it would because it looks just like chicken. Uh, the back legs of a nutria look just like a chicken thigh, but uh, it no, it doesn't. I don't know what it tastes like. To be honest with you, it almost is like rabbit, but it's a little stronger than that. Somebody told me it's between rabbit and beaver. I've never had beaver, so uh, but I can see where they're coming from. Yeah, those old rattlers are not so great. They got them over in Central Oregon, Central and Eastern, I should say. We don't have them here. We don't hardly have any snakes here other than just little garter snakes. You have rattlers in your yard? Where are you from, wild man? I think I've heard before, Colorado or somewhere. When I lived in Virginia, we had the copperheads. The cottonmouths were a little further south than what we were. We never ran into those. Wyoming. My wife is in Wyoming right now. She's on her way home. Left Missouri this morning. That's why there's all these clothes over here on the couch. They're clean. I just don't fold them. I just use off the pile. I'm a lazy old somebody. See one cottonmouth a year. Uh, the only copperhead that I really had much to do with back there in Virginia was I was fishing around a lake, and to get to the back where the bass were or where the shallows were, all the trees and brush and stuff to fish around, had to walk up through the woods, and was walking up through there, and I heard a. I looked down. There's a copperhead down there. That thing struck at me twice before I ever saw it, but it was getting ready to shed its skin, so it couldn't see very well, or else it'd probably got me. But that thing was about 3.5 feet long. Great big old thing. It's dead. If that thing had got me, I'd have been in big trouble because I was back a ways back in the woods. Come out there to sun themselves, huh? Still nobody want to come up? There's the link again if anyone wants to. Well, that's good. There's 7 people in here, so they must have each hit it twice. Oh, man. Never got a notif. Oh, it's probably because I came in on StreamYard. Straight to the points in here. He's a good boy. You working or are you off work? I can't remember if you when you said you're going back to work. SSTP. Where do you get your TP? Oh, John can't spell. How about that? I know who you mean. Daniel Millard. I want to see a tuna video. I want to go out and catch a tuna. Uh we had a tuna trip planned and they canceled because they were still 60 miles out. So we went salmon fishing instead. But and Daniel, in 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks, I will have another salmon fishing video from this past Saturday. We went out. It was non-selective, and that was a good trip. Mr. Duggar, welcome. 25 miles from Depot Bay a few days ago. If they get into 15 miles and I find out about it, I probably still won't go after him because I don't have the gear and I don't know how to fish for him. But man, that'd be tempting. So I think I could do that. All right, Tristan, appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I got some done for 2 weeks from now. I forget, I got 4 or 5 videos that I haven't posted yet, but that are uploaded. Um, but I try to post on Mondays so that people can schedule their life around mine or something like that. But the last few weeks, I've been posting on Monday and Friday. Friday ones never do as good, but I would I would do that more. Fishing local. What's up? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Drop this link again if anyone wants to come up, chat with us. Um, what was I saying? New comments. There you go. Problem is, if I'd post them as soon as I get them edited, then there's probably going to be some time when I go on vacation, and then there wouldn't be anything for a couple weeks. I want to keep uh, consistent uploads if I can. I don't know why. I didn't even think about it that notifications wouldn't be up. Santee. about everybody? Can't do that. Yeah, you're right there, Small Waters. You have vacation every day. Yeah, straight to the point. That's what I do too. Except I watch them before I put them on YouTube, usually, because I've already had to go back and delete them off YouTube because something wasn't edited right, re-edit it, and then put it up. So that's kind of a pain when you do that. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my community page. I'm on the wrong channel anyhow. Uh, Community. Now somebody should get some thingamajiggies. Which one was that on, John? Oh my goodness. Got all kinds of spam comments on my video. Oh man. Let's see here. Come on, thing. Turn over. There you go. Jonas Koblenz. What's all what about? We're just sitting here having a conversation with everybody. Everybody that wants to have a conversation. Jonas, are you guys doing any hunting up there this year? Or I should say, any video on your hunting this year? I I saw that Cragged Ridge is doing or did a gator hunt. That was down in where, Alabama, I think. You're not doing any video? That's too bad. Or are you not doing any hunting at all? Small water. There is the wife. Where is the wife? Hey, oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. There's Lindia herself. The fish was pretty. It would be beautiful in a big salt tank all by itself. It would. That was a pretty fish, and I don't know what in the world it was. I still don't know what it was. Looked just like a cabezon, but it was red. You talking about your comments there, John? I Some of the comments that come into my stuff, I can see some of it, and then I go click on them to reply, and they're gone. I don't know where they go. It's not quite like a lionfish, though, Lindia. I don't know how to explain it, but it's those cabezon have those round fins on them, and that's what this one had on it. But yeah, it was really, really pretty. He caught two of those that day, and I had never seen them before, ever. Jonas, if you didn't see that fish, it was on the video that just came out tonight. It was an ocean fish, so I doubt you've ever seen it either, but STTP, don't go down there to small water charters. It's a trap, man. They'll feed you to the gators down there. Oh man, that's fine, Jonas. It's not real far into the video, but it's a fairly short clip of it, and then it goes to crabbing again. So yeah, John mysteriously just disappeared. Went to Florida and just disappeared. Yeah. Well, you already do fishing, squirrels magnet fishing. You do magnet fishing. What's the craziest thing you ever pulled out of a body of water with a magnet? Oh, John. No, John, that's you that sighs from not catching a big one when Lindia gets to all the big ones. That was you. Ocean anglefish? I don't know. Let me try looking some of these up. No, it wasn't that. The uh, let's see. All right, I'm gonna post this link again. You can come up. There you go.
Hi there.
Hey,
You hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. You can catch steelhead with a magnet.
I think I can
Yeah.
hear him.
Can you see the chat there?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us? Evidently, he couldn't hear anything. We could hear him just fine. Avid, what is up? Welcome in. I'm trying to find what I caught out there in the ocean yet, or I didn't catch, but somebody caught out in the ocean on that last video. I don't see anything of what it was. Hey, magnet fisherman, Squirrels magnet fishing. Come on back up. We could hear you just fine. Well, we can tell what you're doing there, STTP. Sandhead. Sardine, say, Staghorn Scope. Red Irish Lord. Vanessa Kitty, welcome in. Mama's going to bed. All right. Have a good one, Linda. Appreciate you stopping by. See if this is what it is. Red Irish. There it is. I found it. It's called a Red Irish Lord. That's the one right there. I believe so, anyway. Boy, this thing's all backwards. Red Irish Lord. That is one goofy looking fish. Ten wonderful people in here. Crazy thing I pulled up is a bike frame to a mountain bike. An anglefish, angelfish. Try again. You want the link again there? Here's the link again. We could hear you just fine there, Squirrels Magnet Fishing. There you are. You hear us now? Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you though.
I don't know why not, but yeah,
it's like,
we can.
It's like silent altogether.
I can hear you just fine.
I just can't hear a word you're saying at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can hear you just fine.
I got like the headphones in.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I got headphones in.
I can hear you just fine.
I just have headphones in. That's all I have. That's all I have.
I
Let me try
can
something
hear
else.
you.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Okay. I can hear you. Just type Earl. That's right. That's true, STTP. Lindy has kissed every fish in Donkey Land, I believe. She kisses them all, then they get feeling bad for John, so they go bite his hook every once in a while. So squirrels magnet fishing, I could hear you just fine when you were up, but obviously you couldn't hear me at all. None of you guys could hear him either, right? I mean, well, of course you could hear him. He couldn't hear any of you because you weren't on. I had that backwards in my head. No kayak, that's for sure. Hey, the sun finally set here. You're leaving us, Jonas? Have a good one. Did you not sure. Not sure how it is on your end. Nunya, welcome. If you enable the mic and the speaker, it should. I don't know. It should go both ways, but I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. Great outdoors exploring. Okay, go get some of them biggins. You gonna make a good video tomorrow morning? There you go. Nunya says, hiya, small Wati. Hey, Valerie. Welcome in. You made it this time. Try the dam. The walleye are too deep, or is that what you're saying? Or the got 12 wonderful people in here. Somebody else want to come up? I don't know if I've ever had walleye. My brother eats it. He thinks they're good. You can catch all you want out on the Columbia River because salmon is worshipped around here by a lot of people, and walleye eat salmon eggs, so the walleye have to go. So you can catch all you want to. There's people that knock them over the head and throw them back in the water, but that's kind of, as far as I'm concerned, that's wasteful. But hey, Tyler, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Tyler, you should actually come up on panel and tell people about your channel and all the dinks that you catch. Let them learn to know you a little bit so they all come follow you. Some of these people already do follow you, but yeah, I know, Squirrel. I'm not sure what's up with that. Yeah, I like Tyler's lives too, but he's always live when I'm at work, so I can't. I drop in every once in a while if I can, but like if I'm driving down the road, I'll tap in and just watch. But yeah, I don't catch a lot of his lives because even when he goes fishing after work and does a live, I'm still working because I'm 3 hours behind him. Oh man. Yeah, GOE, he's a good guy. He on your way to drunk to go on camera right now. Just wanted to comment, drop a like. All righty. Appreciate you stopping by no matter what. So yeah. One of these evenings you should pop up here though and let people on the West Coast and Actually, these guys are from all over the place, but let some of them learn to know you and grow your channel a little bit. What are you up to by now, Tyler, for subs? Carlos Aquatics. I didn't even see you come in here. Welcome in. I don't think I missed anybody completely, but if I did, I'm sorry. I try to keep up with it. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, Valerie. I mean, they have two sides to them too, so what's the big deal? Actually, they have right side, left side, inside, outside, so they have four sides. That's without any mutations. I'm not sure I want to ask about that mutated chick. Uh, you're leaving us, wild man. All right, have a good one. Oh, Valerie, you under dangerous territory right there. You ask him what it's about. Smallwater has nothing good. I mean, I'm sure he has nothing good up his sleeve. Oh, John rarely has anything good up his sleeve. uh, no, I don't do any ice fishing. I did one time when I lived in Michigan for a little while and didn't catch anything except cold. And yeah, to do that, I think you have to be set up for it a lot better than we were. We were just out on the middle of a lake somewhere. It was cold, wind was blowing, and didn't have any shelter. Yeah, it just didn't work out so well. You caught a 22 pistol, had to turn it in. Oh, you actually were being serious for once? Oh, man. That's a rarity, John. A red Irish Lord. I got to remember what that is. So I can post that in the comments of that video, what it actually was. Red Irish Lord fish. I forgot what we were talking about, John. You weren't what? GOE, do you follow Living MN Outdoors, don't you? I think you do. They do all the mutated barfly. Oh, the they do a lot of ice fishing, and Daniel caught a monster up there through the ice. They had a lot of action. I think they said they were putting out five tip ups and didn't even get the last one set before they had some on there. Yeah, they do. I hope they get a bear this year. That's that's my kind of ice fishing too, small waters, except I do it a little better. My ice is thicker than that because I get old Cool Whip containers and fill it up with water and stick it in the freezer. That's what I use for ice. And then when I get out there to the ocean, I all those chunks of ice, I throw the fish on there and then grab a bucket and throw some ocean water in there. So you got salt water and ice, which makes that water less than 32 degrees. You freeze your hands trying to pull them fish out of that water. The lady that fillets my fish, she likes when I come in there with cold fish. I don't think you're going to have a problem staying warm if you can have one of those shanties or whatever out there. Stay out of the wind. Yeah, that's pretty good there, John. Uh, I like the big chunks though because they don't dissolve so fast. They don't melt so fast. But I suppose if you get 20 pounds of smaller ice though, it'd last a while too. But there's two of the salmon. That cooler, I can get the glare off of here. Not very well. That cooler, the measuring thing on the top of the cooler is 24 inches. So for silvers, those aren't bad silvers. They're probably right at 24 inches long and they're stacked 4 deep in there. Yeah, I agree, GOE. John, I'm always sweating if it gets above 70. I'm even sweating at 60. Your fur-lined flip-flops. Yeah, I bet too. That's a funny image in my head. I don't even know what it's been getting up to these days as far as temperature, but wasn't too bad today. Now that's a dangerous thing to do there, STTP. Very dangerous thing to do. That sounds good, Valerie, but if I drank a cup of coffee right now, I wouldn't sleep all night. So, guess I won't be doing that. I believe that, John. Yeah. I don't think my job in flip flops would go very well. Too much sharp metal around. Decaf, there's still caffeine in decaf, just not near as much. But I could probably, as tired as I am, I could probably get by with that right now, but I drink black coffee when I drink it. I have never had a pair of Crocs ever. I never could see the point of those things. And yes, everybody says they're comfortable, but whatever. I still don't think OSHA would approve. What's Yoo-hoo? Chocolate drink in a can. Out here, we have coffee shops on every street corner almost. It's yeah, they're everywhere. I drink a lot of coffee from there. Oh man. I am living under a rock, I guess. I don't know. I drink sweet tea or garden tea. I drink a lot of garden tea. And I don't drink much pop or soda wherever you're from, whatever it is. Uh, but I don't drink alcohol. Sometimes I even drink water every once in a great while. Life's a garden. Dig it. Got that right. Don't think they're in my will, John. Is a Yoo-hoo like chocolate milk or just a chocolatey drink? Fake chocolate. There are frogs in my well. I don't think I have frogs in my well either. As many mice as are around here, there might be mice in my well. That's not thick like chocolate milk. Yeah, I might. I have yellow can. Now that does ring a bell. I might know what you're talking about now. You have to realize I haven't been in a store for 2 years almost. They still think we have to cover our faces out here. So I won't go in. You're getting married straight? Yes, you will, John. I guarantee you'll be talking about that through the whole live. Local Life Outdoors. Welcome in. Where are you from, Local Life? And don't say local. Ah. I think, Lee, I think we ended up with only about 10 of them this time on that video. Can't remember for sure. South Carolina. All right. My eyes are getting all weird from reading all these comments. Lee, a lot of those crabs in that pot that had 100+ crabs in it were two smaller ones anyway. And then a lot of the bigger ones were females, so you can't keep the females either. So it's fun to pull pots with that many crabs in it, but it would be a lot more fun if you get like two limits out of one pot, you know? I appreciate that, Local Life. They're Dungeness crabs. There is a few red rock mixed in there, red rock crabs, but we don't usually keep those. You can eat them just fine, but the legs are a lot smaller than what the Dungeness are and a lot harder to crack. So we usually just pitch them back in. You who? Like I said, sometimes I even drink water. Yeah, somebody's gonna throw up. You drink that much nasty stuff. Recyclable Homestead. What's up? Cat without the hat. Got some new people coming in. The first annual, yeah, right. Valerie, I was just about to say that you'd join in to be one of the contestants too, but uh, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure which part you'd be in, I guess, but I was thinking more drinking the stuff. Hey, Tina, welcome in. Great ideas just came from nowhere. Tina, do you do any fishing this weekend? Lee, you asked me what I do for a living. I roll metal for roofing and siding. Uh, my part of that is doing on site um, standing seam panels. Pull a trailer around with coils, kind of like a gutter machine. Go out and make the 16-inch wide snap lock panels on site. Stack them there for the guys to put on the roof. You're right, John. He had he'd fish out all my work. Together we could be efficient. I do not do the braking as far as you're talking making trim. They do that at the shop. So an order comes into the office. they pre-order their trim for the house or whatever they're roofing, and whenever the trim gets made, then I load it on the trailer with the coils, go out to the job, drop everything they need for that roof off, including the panels, and then leave. All right, Tina, appreciate you stopping by. But we have a 21-foot break there at the shop, so we can make 21-foot trim. The guys are there right now working because the break has been down since Friday early afternoon, I think, and they're trying to catch up on the trim. It just got going about 4 o'clock this afternoon again. I actually have a short of the brake running. It's a pretty cool brake, fairly new one. It's only a couple years old. That'd be cool there, John. Get him to make a Yoo-hoo logo. What do you mean? He wears them all the time. He's old. Oh, man. Have a good night, John. David Gregory. I usually go to the South Reef. Where we caught that, what was it called? I just had it. I actually looked up what that fish was tonight. Let me see if I can find it again here real quick. A red Irish lord. Where we caught two of those. I only got the one on video, but that was on the North Reef, where we caught those. But yeah, I usually go on the South Reef, or I go south. I go way down there, wherever. Do you go out fishing, David Gregory? I don't know if I've ever seen you on my channel before. That's fine. But hey, all right, not a problem there, Street. Have a good one. And Cat Without the Hat, you too. You have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. Appreciate you stopping in. If anyone wants to come up on panel, let me know. I can drop the link again. You go out as much as you can. Do you have your own boat, David? Do you have any content on your channel? I'll have to look you up here. Let's see if I can look you up while we're on here. Freshwater rivers and lakes. I think it's kind of saltwater born. Welcome. Yeah, the saltwater is a whole different ball game. I mean, you got to go when the ocean's nice, and you got to go when the fish are biting. For one thing, fish don't always bite. Just like Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend, water was too cold out there. They didn't want to bite much at all. Danimals Creations and Adventures. Hey, Dan, why don't you come up here on panel with me? You want to? Come on up here and talk to me. Fish Talk TV. Welcome in. Danimals Creations and Adventures. He's one I got to get out here to Oregon sometime and take him out in the ocean. See if he's any good crab bait. All right, I'll give you a few. You took him out shrimp. Is that the time you got 3 shrimp? Oh man, I've never been shrimping before, but I think that's almost like uh, almost like crabbing, isn't it? You put your traps out with bait in it, and they swim into the trap, and then you pull the trap later. All right, local. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you being here. Looks like a few are leaving. We might stay up for a little bit yet. See if we can get a few more in here a little later on. It's Monday night. There's probably a few other lives going on. It's probably why there isn't a lot of people in here. Hello from, not sure where that's from. I don't know my flags very well. From the UK. All righty. Ride back and forth. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Actually, I've actually seen that done on some videos. Yeah, Dan, I knew you were live. You weren't still live when I went live, were you? Because I thought I went and checked to see if you were still live. I was gonna watch you for a while, but I thought it was done. That was getting close to 2 hours ago now, I guess, because I've been live for an hour and 49 minutes. 8:30, and you are in Central Time or Mountain Time? I think you're in Central Time. That's about when I went live. Central. Yeah, I think that's about, I must have just missed you and then I went live. Amanda, I think you're new in my lives, but I think I've seen you around before. I probably, I don't know for sure if I follow you or not, but what do you mean, Dan? Oh, oh, I didn't see that other comment. Oh, there he is. There he is.
What's up, man?
Nah, I'm just chilling.
You finally you understand what I was saying? I screwed up. I was trying to say I think I pissed some people off when I went on my anti-Trump rant, and ended up I got 4 thumbs down on the live, and I came out 4 subs down.
You know, it's people are so crazy about that kind of stuff. I
I know.
don't care I don't care if I agree with you or not. I'm not gonna unsubscribe from you.
Right. Some people are too sensitive. They get butthurt.
I know.
We don't have to see eye to eye. It doesn't mean. I mean, I had a friend tell me the other day just because I wasn't because well first she said I was because I'm a biker I should be Republican, and I am not. And then she goes on to tell me that she knows where my values are, and was like, you know, she said she knows where my values are, and she was like, okay, whatever. She's like, we're done, pretty much. I was like, okay, cool. As an old friend I hadn't talked to in a long time, and
Yeah.
she had texted me, and yeah, she put that question out there asking who I voted for and everything. I pretty much figured it was a trick question, but oh well. But
Oh
yeah,
well.
oh well, no skin off my back. We hadn't talked in a long ass time, and figure whatever. If we hadn't talked that long, I can go even longer again. Don't bother me none.
Yeah.
Don't bother me none.
I
But
try not to get involved in that kind of stuff anyway, so
well, me too. You know, I mean, I don't. My political views, and I mean that doesn't make me who I am. Who I am makes me who I am.
exactly.
You know? Don't tell me you know my values just because of my political affiliation. Whatever.
Yeah.
No skin off my back.
Yo.
Yeah. So what are you up to tonight?
I just premiered a video and then came on live just to try to get more watch hours. BTW just showed up.
Man, I had BTW.
He's a neighbor out here next
Cool.
town over from me.
Yeah.
He's actually the one that well, I don't know if he's the actual guy that put the tires on my truck or not, but he works at the tire shop.
Right. Yes, sir, BTW. I feel the same way. But, you know, it's a house divided anymore now, and you can't have a good conversation. But anyway, we can move on past all that. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt trying to watch the chat on my phone and be live on my phone.
Yeah.
Because I can't see myself, because when you're on your phone, when you're on somebody else's stream, when you read the comments, it takes up the whole damn screen.
I know.
So I have a remedy for that. I'll just get my laptop.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
But yeah. So what was your premiere on? I saw the thumbnail for it, but catching fish.
Yeah, well, we didn't catch many fish. The water was cold, but I want to show you this fish that we did catch. I didn't know what it was until just on the live here. I actually looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to think of what it was called again. A red Irish lord.
Wow, that's a interesting kind of fish.
It was a really crazy looking fish. I've never seen one like that before when I was fishing out there, but it looks kind of like those cabezon, but it's red.
Red Irish lord. Okay, I'm pulling it up on the laptop now. Oh, wow.
Caught two of those things.
Those are pretty ugly.
Yeah, they are.
I told you I told you about that sea robin. You ought to look one of those up.
Sea
My grandpa,
robin. Let me look it up.
yeah, my grandpa caught one when we were fishing back in 2014 when I went down there. He
Yeah,
caught. Yeah, they've got legs, they've got horns,
yeah,
they've got
yeah. That's pretty cool.
let's see, like their fins are like wings.
Yeah,
But the one he caught, like none of these pictures when I pull it up on Google Google are really looking like what he caught. But and funny thing is when I look up uh, P. Robin in the past, most of the pictures all look like what he caught. But now I'm seeing stuff that they don't. But what he caught, it had like the big wing fins and it had legs and horns and
yeah.
everything else. I was like, well, that is one weird looking fish.
How about that?
All I see is basically kind of some glare. I see some fish, but I can't quite tell, what it is or
There.
anything.
Yeah, it's pretty glaring, but that was the salmon we went out for Saturday. We
Yeah,
went out and just reading the comments here. Went out and in the first. So I was looking at the time on my videos I took on my phone. I
right.
did my intro at 6:15 a.m. and I took the first video of a fish hookup at 6:22 a.m. and we didn't
Yeah,
start fishing. We were still rigging rods while I was doing the intro.
no,
So,
damn.
I mean, it wasn't very long. We had a fish in the boat. And then we never got the second fish in the boat until 7:50 something
Damn.
in the morning. So it was a long time between there. And then in the next 15 minutes or so, we had five more in the boat.
Right.
I mean, we hit a school of them and we started just pulling them in right and left.
Damn. And what was it?
Silver salmon, coho salmon
Oh, nice.
out in the
How,
ocean.
how many
We
did y'all
could
bring
get
in?
two apiece. We had
Oh,
four people in the boat, so we got 8 of them. And then my boss was out there in his boat, and I dropped a pin on Google Maps and told him to come down there. And he came down there, and I was watching them. They dropped their lines in right before that pin that I sent them. And as soon as they got on that pin, their rods started going off. It was hilarious. But they
that's
limited
crazy.
out. They had 5 people on their boat. And they got 10 of them. 10 of them limited out just after we did.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
Amanda, it's not a red snapper. It's a red Irish lord. It's a funny looking fish.
Yeah, it is. Neat looking fish. Oh. I'm sitting here looking at myself, sitting here wiggling around on my laptop, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm sitting here texting with my phone in my hand, and yeah, I'm moving around like crazy.
We
Yeah.
just think you're ADD. That's all.
Pretty much that's it.
Yeah,
But
man, Dan, I thought with your pretty face we'd get more people in here, but there's only 4 people in here. You might have chased them all.
maybe. Well, you'd have had to put my name in the title. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
I think Alicia's going to come in. I'm trying to figure out.
BTW says United States has a little over 3,000 species of fish. Japan has a little over 4,000 species. That is
Yeah.
interesting. That's
Yeah.
a lot of fish.
Valerie thought I was having an earthquake. Yeah, we have enough of them in Oklahoma, but
You have earthquakes there?
Oh hell yeah, we've had earthquakes for years, and they're blaming I think most of it on all the fracking,
Oh yeah.
but we've had we've had some pretty big ones that have shaken. Hell, I remember the very first one I found. It was back when I was working on heavy equipment when I was worked for a pipeline contractor. The shop that we had was one of the it was a big concrete T slab building.
Mm.
Um, well, we had a what do we have? We had a 10 ton, 10 or 20 ton overhead crane
Mm.
that I was in there, and some of the pipe layers we got, they're rigged out. They were 125, 150,000 pounds, and when they tracked around the dry hard yard, you could feel it.
Yeah.
You could feel it from a couple hundred feet away.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I can't remember what I was doing, but I was bent over and doing something, and all of a sudden the whole shop started shaking, the crane and everything, and I was like, what the hell was? I thought somebody was running a 594 through the yard, and then nope, the whole shop was shaking. Found out it was a damn earthquake.
Yeah.
And then not long after that, I was over at my grandparents. It was me and my grandparents and my parents was over there watching. It was a OU OSU game or OSU somebody. Oklahoma State was playing. I was laying on the floor in the living room, and all of a sudden the whole house started shaking. Everything on the walls, the ceiling fan above me, everything was wiggling around. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've never felt an earthquake here on the West Coast, which is kind of odd because they have them here quite a bit. But went down and visited Guatemala once, and I felt a few tremors down there and a pretty good earthquake that one day. It was enough that the vehicle outside was squeaking around a bunch from just moving around the rusty stuff, squeaking. Anyway,
what was in Guatemala?
What's that?
What was in Guatemala?
I had three. At that time, I had two brothers living down there on the mission field, and we took a youth group down. That was when I lived in Ohio. Took a youth group down to work for 10 days at one of the missions from same church that we took the youth from. There was one of my friends was down there on a different mission, but close to where my brothers were.
Right. Oh, that's cool. I have never been to South America.
I have an uncle that's lived in Mexico as long as I can remember. Been down there once. I'd love to go back, but I was only about 5 years old when I was down there. And then Guatemala, and I've been in most of the provinces, Canadian provinces. And the only states I haven't been in is Alaska and Hawaii. So.
Dang. You've been all well. You used to drive a truck too, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't do that. Most of my truck driving, other than about 3 trips, was all Oregon, Idaho, Washington.
Oh, okay.
I did drive a truck back to Missouri once.
Yeah.
And I drove a truck back to my nephew got married in Cheyenne, and it was on New Year's Day he got married, and I was up in Washington at my parents' place for Christmas. And I told my dispatcher, I said, hey, if you could get me a load back to Cheyenne, I'd go to this wedding. He ended up getting me a load to Denver. So I went back to Denver, unloaded New Year's Eve, reloaded, went back to Cheyenne, went to the wedding on, I think it was a Thursday wedding. It was a odd day for a wedding anyway, during the week. And then on Friday, took off for Oregon again, made it back by Saturday evening. So.
Yeah. No, I got to go to Mexico one day. We were doing a pipeline. We actually did I don't know if it was two separate pipelines or just two different sections. Um, but I had to make a lot of trips out there to Mexico or to California, uh, south, far south California, right, basically right at the border,
Yeah.
Calexico and El Centro. I had to
Yeah.
make a lot of trips there and to Yuma, but one trip we had a job going in Tijuana, and we had a drop yard or we had a yard in Las Palmas, which I don't know if you're familiar with. If you know where Tecate is, um,
I
it
don't
was
know where that is now.
yeah. Well, it was I think the road that I turned down. I think I was maybe 30 miles from east of San Diego, and then just headed straight down into Mexico and crossed
Yeah.
the border at Tecate,
Oh yeah.
and then had to drive a little ways. I don't know, a couple hours south of there. I'll tell you, people in Mexico, they are. You want to talk about people in different states being bad drivers? No, go down there, go down to Mexico and drive. They will. I mean, they'll put their lives in danger and they don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting there. I had to go down there and pick up some of the Polaris Ranger 6x6s.
Yeah.
I had to go pick them up, and I'm coming back. I was pulling an 18-foot dovetail car hauler trailer, and I'm coming back, and this 2-lane highway I'm coming up has jagged drop off edges, and the drop off was probably a foot on each side. Well, I was probably, in the back of the pack with like 15 vehicles in front of me, and you'd see somebody pull out and think they're going to go passing people. Well, they'll pass two or three, and if somebody comes, bus or something's coming head on at them, they'll duck in. They don't care if the people move or not. They're jumping in. I mean, it was scary. It was nerve wracking. I was afraid I was going to get taken out
Yeah.
because you never know what could happen in a situation like that. But those people, geez, it was nuts.
I don't know if Lee is still in here or not, but later, man. Have a good
Man.
night.
Well, I said 10:34, and it's 10:36 now. So
Yeah. I saw it go down a number while you were still talking, so he probably did leave, but that's all right.
yeah,
Oh, I
I
love
was
driving
over there
down
for
in
a day.
Guatemala, though. Nobody down in Guatemala has a cell phone to look at, so everybody's paying attention. Even
Yeah.
if, I mean, it might look dangerous to everybody around, but they're watching what you're doing so that they can
Right.
get out of the way, you know.
Yeah. Now that was a 1 day trip. Like it was in and out in the same day. And I got told, well, because you're pulling commercial stuff back across the border. There's a whole big
Yeah.
mess. So the boss had me pull all the company stickers off the doors and everything. And he was like, well, if they give you trouble or what they ask you, just tell them you were down there riding them with some friends. Okay. That was a big ordeal getting back across the border.
Yeah.
But no, they told me, they were like, well, you probably have an easier time getting across the border over at Mexicali. I was like, okay. So I ended up taking this Mexican turnpike. Thank God they've got like the thingy there that tells them, how much American as
Yeah.
opposed to Mexican pesos.
Yeah.
So because I damn sure wasn't gonna know. No. And luckily they take American money, but man, it was crazy because they have military checkpoints on theirs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't just have, little police stops or anything like
Yeah.
that. No, it's full on military. And
Yeah.
they had scarecrow like dummies in the center median dressed up in military wear, holding I don't know if they were real or fake guns, but that's before you
I'm
come to
sure
that
they
checkpoint.
weren't real. They'd have been stolen.
Oh yeah, probably so. But that was before you ever come up to that checkpoint, and I was like, "This is a little nerve wracking here," but I made it. I made it through.
Yeah.
It just wasn't very much fun getting across the border because I got pulled aside for secondary check, and then they were like, "Well, hang out here. Somebody will be with you." Well, nobody ever came, and I sat there for like 2 more hours. or I sat there a good long time, and then finally somebody was like, "Have you been checked yet?" No. They said they gonna come. They'll be right back, and that was 30, 40 minutes ago. They're like, okay. So they came and did their walk around with the dog and their mirror to look underneath the bottom of the truck,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
like, all right, you're good to go. Like, that's all you had to do? Jeez, I've been sitting here forever.
Yeah. All they wanted was a couple $20 bills. You could have got right through.
Well, I didn't have them. I didn't have
Yeah.
cash on me to give them.
Yeah. That's all right. They don't need that anyway.
No,
It just took you longer. That's all.
right? That's all right. I was paid by the hour.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. That paid by the hour. It didn't bother me none.
I'm thinking about giving myself a haircut. What do you think? Think I ought to do that?
Yeah, knock it off. Buzz
I'm
it
thinking
down.
about just putting a 1/4 inch on there, taking it off.
Well, I don't know. Never seen you with that little hair, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I look a lot younger.
Then
I was
shave.
looking. Look at all
Then-
that gray.
Yeah. Then shave the beard.
Yeah, that'd make me look like a little kid.
Right. Well, I got the gray going on the two sides here.
Yeah, you're just still just a little pipsqueak.
Now, how old are you?
40. I don't know, 42.
I'm 41. Little pipsqueak, huh? That's like a senior calling a damn junior a pipsqueak.
Oh man. No, my family all grayed young anyway. My oldest brother started graying at 16,
Damn.
and he's got white hair now. But
Right. Well, at least you didn't go bald at 16.
no, that none of my family. I don't think will ever go bald. I have 7 brothers.
Check this out. This is the way she sleeps all the time.
What?
With her
With a
ball,
ball in her mouth.
with the ball in her mouth. She lays
Yeah.
there and sleeps.
That's crazy.
Yep. Say hi, Kate. Hello. Say hi.
She winked at me.
Yeah. She said, "You told."
Valerie says we're both younger than her shoes. I bet we smell better though.
Even after a long day of fishing.
Exactly. Especially if they're Crocs, huh?
Man, if you got Crocs older than us, wow. They must.
Yeah.
They weren't invented till the modern day, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Oh man.
Yeah, that's man. You missed, and I missed all the damn fish. I got one fish early on in my life, a small, just a little blue cat. But man, I ended up going over to this other spot with this other guy. He was like, "Well, come over here." He was like, "I've been having good luck." So, okay, and so we go on over there, and we get set up and get going. And man, I about had the damn Uncle Lou's rod taken away from me.
Oh man.
Damn thing. Well, I didn't have my rod holders or anything. I was just fishing on the dock to start with, and I was going to go to one of the other docks. And he was like, "No, come over here and check this." Which it's a place I'd gone over there with him along like early in the year.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any luck that first time. Went over there today. Man, I had one break my freaking 40-pound leader.
Oh man.
Well, I think there had to have been a chafe or a nick or something in the leader.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm only running 30-pound main, so for it to break the 40-pound leader.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna have to go back and find the times that happened because it folded that rod over good, and I thought I
Yeah.
had him, and I felt. I mean, he was all there. He probably
Yeah.
20. He was probably 20, 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And that thing, I thought he let go, but then when I reeled it in, I just had my sinker and my swivel, and like that much left of the damn leader. It broke about 2 or 3 inches from the knot.
So it wasn't your knot.
No, it was the line itself. It might have hit rock or something at some point.
Yeah. So the last time we went out salmon fishing, we had horrible trouble with the leaders breaking. They were, I think they were 20-pound leaders, but the fish aren't. I mean, back then they weren't more than about 7 or 8 pounds. Yeah. Now they're a little older and bigger, but anyway, you barely touch them things with the net and it'd break off. We lost a lot of fish that way. So,
was it old line or what?
No, just the leader from the weight down or whatever. What the hooks are on, what you put the herring on. So this time,
were you using? Was it mono leader or was it a steel leader or what?
No, it was mono.
Okay.
It was 20-pound, I think. And this time he went and got 25 pounds.
Mm.
And we never broke one the whole day out there. So
interesting.
I don't know what the difference was, but he said he's never getting that brand again.
Right.
Whatever he got the first time.
And they weren't old or anything?
No, they were brand new, right out of the pack.
Damn.
So I don't know. I never bought any of the gear. That's the cool thing about me. I just drive the boat, and they buy all the gear, and then I tag 2 fish and bring them home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good trade-off, I guess. But you are spending the gas.
Yeah, I know.
Unless they tip in, I don't know.
Well, they buy the gear. I don't ask them for any gas money or anything. But the funny thing is, my boss, he was going to beat the crowds. He didn't want to get up early, but he wanted to beat the crowd. So he put in on a dock up the river about, it's probably 10 miles up the river. Drove the boat down the river and out in the ocean. And so then we limited out on salmon. We decided to go for some rockfish. And we fished for about 30 minutes for rockfish. And then we got some bites, but didn't get any fish in the boat. And next thing I looked at the guys and I said, you know how stupid this is? I was like, do you realize how many people are out here limiting out now and going back? And we're going to be in a line forever trying to get out of the ocean here. They're like, well, let's leave. I was like, yeah, let's leave. We packed everything up, took off, and we get up there, and sure enough, there's no room at the dock to even put the boat hardly.
No.
And so finally found a spot. One of the guys ran up, got the pickup, backed it in, and as I was taking the boat away from the dock, my phone went off. I didn't look at the message until I got right up just about onto the trailer and looked at the message. It was my boss. And he said, hey, if you get this, he said, come on up the river. I done ran out of gas. We're adrift up here. I'm like, oh, man. So I'm like 10 feet from the trailer. So I hit reverse, and I got a jet. So it's not very easy to maneuver in tight quarters. And there's boats like 5 feet from me on the right side, on the left side, and on the other side I got plenty of room, but I kind of got to get all whopper-jawed in there. Anyway, I finally got turned around, and the guy standing up there on the trailer trying to grab the nose, he's looking at me like, what? Why are you going all sideways on this thing? Anyway, I finally got turned around, took off, and I hollered out the back. I said, I got to go get boss man. He ran out of gas. So he pulled the trailer out, and I get out in the bay again and head up the river. I called him up. I said, where are you at? He goes, oh, don't worry about it. Somebody else towed him in. I'm like, oh, great. Got to go back and do this all over again.
How long did you have to wait in that line?
Well, I called the guy in the pickup. I said, how long's the line now? He goes, it's about the same as when we started. I said, jump back in there. So I went back, and by then there was room at the dock to park the boat. So I docked the boat, waited for another 15, 20 minutes before he backed down in again, went, loaded it up, and left.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
His gas gauge on his boat don't work very well. He has a 22-gallon tank on there.
Holy cow.
And he was full when he left, but he ran 17 miles one way plus trolled for salmon.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of running. But he said when he left the ocean, he was just under half. Like when he was done trolling,
Right.
he was just under half a tank, which should have. I mean, if you include all the trolling, he should have been fine. But he said the thing stays on full for a long time and then comes down.
Sending unit going bad, or?
I don't know.
No. How long ago was this?
This was Saturday.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. What up, JV?
Oh, hey, I ain't even watching the old chat.
Yep.
There's old JV.
JV Outdoors.
JV, you want to come up here and chat with us, or you want to just let us chat and you do the listening?
You know JV likes to talk.
Oh, I know he does. He likes to giggle like a little schoolgirl, too. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, I thought Alicia was going to come in here. Yeah, six. Well, you got 6 people in here watching now.
Yeah, there's still 6.
So how much gas do you go through, and how far out do you go when you go out into the ocean?
Furthest I've ever been straight out was 7 miles. That's 6 miles from the end of the jetty. But usually I go out and go most of 7 miles south, but I'm within 2 miles of land. I mean,
yeah.
JV's just sitting at work. I didn't know you worked, JV.
You go out 7 miles, but you're only 2 miles from land? How's that work?
No, I go out into the ocean through the jetty and turn south and run down along the shoreline for 7 miles. But anyway.
I got you. I can't stop yawning. Of course,
yeah, I'm kind of tired too.
I fell asleep on the couch last night and woke up at like 4:30, and I fell asleep and I needed to wash some laundry, so I had Dominic's clothes clean so he could wear them to school today. Because we changed when I get him on the weekends. The weekend I get him, we made an agreement and we changed it to where I'll keep him on Sunday night instead of taking him back. I'll keep him on Sunday night and then I'll take him to school Monday morning.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So that's working out. Plus, that's one less time I got to see her and deal with that. So,
yeah.
But I woke up, I did the laundry, and I thought, well, I'll get up in the morning when I got to get him up and make him breakfast and everything, and then I'll just throw his clothes in the dryer, get them dry real quick, and then I'll throw the rest in. You know, sit in there in the washer for an hour or two. It's not going to hurt anything. I couldn't ever get to sleep, so I said, screw it. I got up, put everything in the dryer, and I think I might have fallen asleep for like 10 minutes before I had to get up at 7 and get him going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm yawning. Plus, I went out and was fishing for over 7 freaking hours.
Yeah, that'll make you tired right there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not as bad if you're on the bank fishing, but when you're out in the boat, you're using a lot of muscles all day long with the waves.
Oh, yeah.
Around.
Well, that's like me when I'm out working. If I'm out running a loader, if I'm on a job, a dirt job or a pipeline job or something, if I was like the last pipeline job I was on, I was running a big loader. Everybody like, well, you're an operator. You just sit in that seat and pull levers. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, really? You ever driven a piece of equipment like this? You ever operated and done it for 10 to 12 hours or more a day? Tell me I'm just sitting in this seat pulling levers. See how tired you end up at the end of the day.
It's
No.
noise and it's mental watching everything going on and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot involved.
I used to drive skidder on a logging crew back in Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. It's rough on the body, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Beat you to hell.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. You talking about one of those machines that you just drive around and you got the big grapple and you clamp onto them? And okay, yeah. We had one of them come through. I've never run one before, but they had them come through, and they were using them to pick up the skids on the pipeline. We call we call a skid it's a 4x6 by 4 foot solid oak, piece of wood. But that's what we call them on pipeline. Just call it a skid. I know a lot of people call a pallet a skid, but
yeah.
JV wears himself out watching people sleep and eating Doritos every night. So who's eating Doritos? You or the people sleeping?
What does JV even do?
He does sleep studies.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. He watches people sleep all night.
That's right. Yeah. I didn't know what he does, but I remember now he's a nurse of some kind.
Yeah. Yeah, he sits there and watches their breathing patterns and all that stuff. So
I'm sure I got sleeping disorders of some kind if somebody watches me long enough.
Yeah.
I just don't let them watch me sleep. No, when you have a CDL though,
yeah.
If you get too fat, they'll make you go in and do a sleep test.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is dumb because, I mean, you can go drive a car for 20 hours a day and nobody gives a rip. You get in a semi and everybody freaks out.
There's a lot of things different about being in a semi and having a CDL.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
driving
still got my CDL, but I don't need it, or I don't use it as a CDL right now.
Right. Well, you got to remember if you, I mean, even if you still carry it and you get tickets and stuff like that, I mean, that'll still affect your CDL.
Yeah, I know.
And even just like, I think now I don't know. Correct me. You might have to correct me if I'm wrong, but if you still carry a CDL, even if you're driving a car, you're still subject to the same CDL standards as far as even like alcohol. Now, I'm not sure if that's right or not.
I don't know that, but I don't drink either, so
right. Oh, that's true.
Affect me. So, yeah. I think you're right though. I think you are right on that.
Yeah. Because I know, like, if driving a car, it's 0.08, but CDL, I think it's 0.04.
That might be right because one guy I know from up north of here was at a party and drove home. I think he was probably over the legal limit even without a CDL, but he got busted. He was in a car, and the company kept him on as a mechanic or a helper helper mechanic or something or another until he could drive a semi again. But I haven't seen him since then.
Right. Well, that's the bad thing about CDL is like your first offense, you lose your license for 6 months. Second's a
Yeah.
year, and then your third, you don't get it back.
Well, I think it must have been a second offense because I think he lost it for a year.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah, I still haven't gotten mine, and I could go get it. I can go get get all the seat time to do the practical and everything else. I can drive. I don't have to rent since I'm an operators union. I can just go out to our training school and
Yeah.
use their truck for the CDL. I haven't because there are some jobs. Once I get it, well then I'm a crane operator. But the thing is, some of these crane contractors, they don't want to put you right in the seat of one of their cranes.
Yeah.
They want to bring you in as an oiler, and you've got to drive the semi with their fall off, with their counterweights and whatever else, the block and everything else. They want you to do that for 6 months or whatever before they want to give you the seat. Like,
Yeah.
screw that. Oh, and there's some crap jobs out there that were covered under that I would end up having to drive. If I took them. Which, granted, yeah, that'd be job and that'd be money, but I was like, I don't want to drive a truck for a living. It's not what I want to do. So
I actually never thought I'd get out of a truck, but I ended up wrecking one, and I got thinking about that. I actually was close to home when I wrecked it, and got to thinking about it. I was like, man, if I was in Idaho and did that, what am I going to do? Sit over there and do what? It's not worth it. So I quit after a while. I drove for another year or so, but
right.
then this job came up. I knew it'd be a good one. So
Right. So was that accident your fault or?
oh boy, yeah, big
Uh-oh.
time. It was one of those where you look up and you're like, it wasn't even, I might get stopped. It was like, nope, not happening. Just,
No. Barrel on through.
it was a stop traffic, truck and pup, dump truck and pup in front of me.
Oh God.
Loaded to 105.5, and I was about 90, somewhere around 90,000 on 5 axles, which was overloaded.
Yeah, 80,000 legal.
You can go more than 80 out here.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, that setup that I had, I could have gone up to about 86, I believe, some 84, 86.
And that's without an oversized permit?
Well, we had the not oversized, overweight permit. We always carried those because we always ran heavy.
Yeah.
Up to legal weight. But hauling local, we always just hauled 55,000 pounds plus pallets, which is overweight, or 56 plus pallets, whatever. And I didn't have that load strapped or nothing. It was a curtain van hauling grass seed, and I rear-ended him. I was only doing about 30, probably only 35 mile an hour, and I probably got down to around 15, maybe right around 15 before I hit him, and he never budged an inch. Not 1 inch.
Front of your truck was no longer there, was it?
No, it took out everything back to the engine. But I hit him square, man. I mean, that thing hit square. I don't believe it twisted the frame, but it took the fan out, but it didn't get the housing behind the fan.
Yeah.
So it was totaled according to insurance, but the motor had just been rebuilt. The tranny was 2 years old, and the rear ends had just been gone through that spring. So this was summertime. So boss man's like, yeah, it's not total. So they fixed it up, made it nice. So I'll show you. I'll show
Made it
you a
nice.
picture.
They fixed it up and made it nice for the next driver, huh?
No, actually, I drove it still.
So they didn't fire you, huh?
Oh no. I wasn't even worried about it. I mean, probably should have been, but I wasn't.
Mm.
But let me see if I can find a picture of this thing.
What was it? KW?
No, Peterbilt.
Nah.
That was after it was fixed up. Come on, light.
Is that orange or red?
Orange and cream. Can't
Nice.
see it real well, but
No, not too well. I'm looking at my laptop and the phone.
there's a little clear.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Had 8-inch stacks on it.
Yeah.
That I wasn't pulling that trailer when I wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even have that trailer by then. That's kind of why they went with orange for to repaint it. But
Yeah. Yeah, we had some new KWs that they'd bought, and we had the drivers that they wanted to change the stacks. I'm trying to remember. I think they wanted to go with. I can't remember if they wanted to get rid of the short stacks and go with the long ones, or vice versa. No, they wanted to go from the long stacks to short
yeah.
because they didn't want them. Well, that's after they came out with the whole regen system and everything.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
the stacks had the holes around the side, the
Yeah.
bottom edge before it flared.
Yeah.
Well, KW they wanted, I think, $600 a piece for each one.
Yeah.
So the boss was like, you know what, just cut them down, and well, we cut them. We didn't have a stainless welder or anything to
Yeah.
weld it,
Yeah.
so we just took them down to the machine shop and down the road, and they welded them up because the boss was like, we ain't paying $1,200 for 2 damn exhaust stacks, so we'll just cut them down shorter, and they can have them that way. Like, okay, whatever, you're the boss. But yeah, that stuff's crazy.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. All the changes they made, that stuff, it's freaking expensive.
Yeah. Those stacks were they were the 45 at the top
Right.
in the beginning, and they were right up at I believe they were right up at 14 feet. They were too high.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, then I was Valerie's back. Somebody don't care if you're sleeping or not, they're gonna get a hold of you, Valerie. Anyway, I started hauling wheat into an elevator up in Portland that had low clearance or lower clearance. So we had to cut them down. We just cut them straight off like the stovepipes.
Yeah.
It looked just as good that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just cut them down on one of those bandsaws, steel bandsaws.
Right. Well, that's the drivers. They wanted to go, either straight pipes or, which you couldn't just change those stacks out because they had to have that.
Yeah.
Those those openings.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was going to be an arm and a leg to change all that crap out.
Yeah.
So the boss was like, nope. We had one. It was after they came out with the twin turbo Caterpillar engines.
Mhm.
We had some new Peterbilts, and one of our drivers, he had a sleeper cab and had that new twin turbo. He was driving down the road, and something happened, and his fan just came apart and flew through the top of his hood.
Oh boy.
Wow. And yeah, he had so much trouble in that damn truck. Turbos going in and everything else. Phone calls. Well, Valerie, quit calling those 1-900 numbers this time of night, and you don't have to worry about being on the phone at 11:45 at night.
You see what JV said.
Yeah, he quit calling in the middle of the night. Oh,
For his cars.
yeah.
Car's extended warranty has expired. Or his
Right.
car's warranty.
Man, I came across a short. It was a recommended short. You know, you watch something, and it keeps recommending different things. You know,
Yeah.
or the same,
Yeah.
basically different videos in the same thing. Well, you
Yeah.
watch ones of dogs, so you get 50 million dog shorts. Well,
Yeah.
one of them was a guy sitting there, and he was sitting on his couch, and he had, probably, I guess they might have been large sized dogs, medium sized, whatever. He had one huddled up right next to him, and it was kind of like laying its head on his shoulder, I think, or it was just kind of sitting up away from him. And then he was like, "I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty." And he said that 2 or 3 times, and then all of a sudden you just see the dog just jump back from him and just stare at him. And anytime like the next 2 or 3 times he tried to speak and say anything, that dog would just kind of not. It didn't snap at him. It just, it kind of snapped and was like,
Yeah.
basically, "Hey, you need to shut up now and quit talking about this." But it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
How do we know that they're not calling your 900 number, Val? Wow. What number is that one, Val?
We don't want to know.
She might have one of those. She might have one of them nice 900 number voices. JV, she got a good 900 number voice or what? Absolutely, but they know I'm usually on YouTube lives at this time of night, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Always got an open ear and big shoulders. We all need a friend. Aw. Did they need a friend at this time of night? Had they been drinking?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's 9/11 here.
Yeah, it's 11:11 here.
Yeah.
11:11.
Straight to the points back. What? Thought
Straight
you
to
were
the
going to
point.
bed.
We're straight to the point. Oh, now it finally shows up in my chat. Mr. STTP, Mr. Bobby.
12/11 there. It's counting down.
We're just all over the map here with different times.
Bed. Yeah. No wonder your back hurts straight. You never go to lay in bed. My back would hurt too if I stood around all day.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm pretty tired, and I have not eaten a damn thing at all today. I think I ate one of Dom's leftover chicken tenders from last night, but that's all I've had today. So I think I'm gonna hop down from here and grab me something to eat. So
Yeah, I'm probably gonna shut her down here real shortly and go to bed myself. So
sounds good. Well, appreciate you having me up here, and been good talking to you.
Yep. Same. So
Yes, sir.
all righty.
Okie dokie, man.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Think I'm gonna knock off of here too. So
sounds good. Well, have a good night. Have a good night, everybody else. All right. Bye.
all right, everybody. Appreciate you coming in. I think I'm gonna shut this thing down. We've been going for 2 hours and 47 minutes very shortly here. That's long enough. So I appreciate you coming in and supporting the channel. And your phone line is free. Well, that's good. But I think I'm going to go get some sleep. Got a busy day at work tomorrow. I got quite a bit of work to do. So I'm going to get off of here. Hope y'all have a good night. Good rest of the week. I'll catch you on the next one.